Hi guys, how are you today? Another video 100% in English. I hope you guys like it. I've been posting a series of videos to help you how to think in English. So I have been giving you some tips and doing some exercises to help you with that. And today I will do another exercise with you guys. As I said, this video is going to be short. It's one simple exercise, one different subject to give you ideas on how to practice thinking in English on a daily basis. Thinking about your day, how your day works, the kind of things you do, and trying to find a way to think in English, to find moments to think in English, okay? And the good thing about this exercise is that you don't need to be at home or really sit down and just focus on the exercise. Of course that you need to pay attention, but at the same time you can do this exercise while you are on the bus, while you are on a break at work, on your way home, at the supermarket. It doesn't matter as long as you keep trying. It's going to be challenging at first, but as you go along, it's going to get easier and easier. Today the subject I chose is weekend. We all have to talk about weekend. If you study English and you're talking to someone, always in the beginning of the week, the first question is, hey, how was your weekend? And sometimes we don't know how to organize that answer, how to put the ideas together, or we forget vocabulary, and that is completely normal. But how about practicing this kind of activity? And the fun thing about this activity is that every weekend is a different weekend. So here, I'm going to give you some suggestions of things that you can think about, activities that people usually do. And as you start having your weekends, you can start thinking about the things that you usually do and start looking for the expressions that you will need in order to talk about your weekend. We're not going to talk about plans, but about your last weekend, your previous weekend. So it's a wonderful way to practice structure, simple past, and at the same time, exercise your brain. So the first thing you need to do is grab a piece of paper or use your computer and write down the activities, okay? Sit down, and this you have to do at home, or if you have like 5 minutes, just grab a piece of paper or on your phone. Just write down keywords. You don't have to write the sentences. The idea is not to write an essay. No, just keywords, okay? The activities that you did on your weekend, okay? So for example, I picked on Saturday, so I divided my weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and on Saturday I wrote wake up early, work out, lunch with friends, movies at night, home at 11 p.m. So I separated 5 activities from my Sunday. And one thing that you can do, if it helps you, is already write down with the conjugations in the simple past. This is definitely a nice exercise, and it will help you review the conjugations of the verbs that you are going to need for this exercise, okay? I wrote them in the infinitive without to, but you can definitely write them down in English with the conjugations in the simple past, okay? And then for Sunday, I wrote down wake up late, have late brunch, go for a walk, go back home, do the laundry, take a shower, go to bed at 10. So here I did more things. I separated 8 activities. It doesn't matter how many activities, but because it's a basic exercise, you can start slowly with fewer activities, and then as this exercise gets easier, you can add more things, more details to your story. So it depends on your level, all right? So if you are more like a beginner, then my advice is to write less, okay? Now if you are an intermediate speaker, an advanced speaker, you can write so much more activities. And remember, keywords, okay? Because all the work is here. Now that you have written down all the activities, you can start speaking mentally. That's why I said that you can do this activity on the bus, in the car, at work, during a break, of course, at the park, anywhere. Because the exercise is mental, okay? You are not going to be speaking to anybody. Now I'm going to use the activities I wrote down to help me come up with the sentences in my mind. If you forget an activity, or if you say something different, that's okay. You are being creative. That part of writing down is just to start helping you come up with the ideas. You don't have to follow it 100%. On Saturday, I woke up early. Then I worked out. After that, I had lunch with my friends, and at night we went to the movie theater. I went back home around 11 p.m. On Sunday, I woke up late and had some brunch. Then I went for a walk. After that, I went back home and took a nap. In the evening, I did the laundry, took a shower, and went to bed around 10 p.m. So I was thinking the entire time about the activity, okay? I swear, okay? And then I recorded the speaking part later. So what is the fun of this exercise? Because you are creating here. You are making sentences, and this is going to help you when you actually have to talk to someone, when you really need to speak to someone. That's why this exercise is so great, and I'm sure that if you keep persisting and being consistent with this exercise, you will see great improvement. So if you look at it, I changed a few things because when we write down, we are doing one thing, but when we are creating mentally, things change. We can add more information, we can forget some information. It's completely normal. The idea here is for you to be able to connect your ideas, make a story, being able to explain your weekend with details. When you do that exercise in your mind, you are preparing yourself to talk in the real world, with your voice, with words, okay? So what do you think about this exercise? I hope you guys like it. Leave me a comment if there is any specific subject you would like to see here. Leave your suggestions, I'll be really happy to read them, and I'll definitely try to prepare something about it, okay? Don't forget to share this video with your friends. This is such a simple and easy exercise. Any level can do it. Okay? And subscribe to my channel. Well guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.